All right, what is up, all my party peoples? Let me make sure the audio is right for my players. Let me just hit that default button. There we go. Should be good. Guys, test it out.
You have us in the wrong spots.
There we go. I know, because Caboose just showed up. So I gotta move everybody around. All right, so yeah.
I'm totally carrying.
Fucking good for you.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. All right, Will goes to here. Carrick, get back in your box.
Well, I gave you my turn.
And then Caboose. Oh, that's you, Metal. All right, and then Metal is gonna go there whenever Caboose attaches. There we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of my brand new campaign, Rise of Legend. With me are my players. Gotta point this way, actually. We have esteemed players, known around the Twitterverse Twitchverse as great, very imposing, and intimidating D&D players. So
we are.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty great. Caboose just got here, so he might be just a little bit late, which is fine. But before we begin, does anybody have any pre-game announcements before we jump in? And I'm totally not stalling, so it's fine.
Scrub?
Scrub. Okay. See, I'm glad. Okay, that's.
I did give you my Twitter handle.
You did. Okay, I will fix that by the time we get to our next one. Yes. Some of the Twitter handles. Well, you know what?
I don't care. I don't.
Just take the 666. Take the 666 off of my name, and that's my Twitter.
I don't fucking. All right. You know what, guys? I'm gonna admit there was a lot of panic.
The breakdown's beginning.
There was a lot of panicking over the past couple days. You guys are all dicks. All right. I hope you're all proud of yourselves.
We're just trying to lighten the mood
A little bit.
Yes. So this is a campaign set in my homebrewed world named Drusatta. And if you guys are curious, let me just hit you guys with the command to bring that up. Make sure it works. Yeah. If you do exclamation point Drusatta, it brings up the link to the World Anvil page so you can follow along at home with all the cool lore that I make up at work when I should be doing things with kids, but I don't because I hate them.
Phrasing.
That you ever you ever say something and like halfway through you're like, oh, that did not come out the right way at all. But you know, it just happens. I mean, yeah, fuck it, right?
Caboose!
There he is.
Hey!
There's the beard.
Hold on, I still don't have him. I mean, do I have to refresh again? I guess.
Trimmed? Or is it just brushed?
Let me refresh again.
I feel like the beard's been trimmed. It's got a nice shape to it.
No, this is what happens when I've been working all day.
I'm the only one who doesn't see Space's video.
Hit reconnect.
Yeah, I gotta hit reconnect. I just reconnected, so everybody can see our awesome avatars as we all pop back one by one. Hey, now I have just me and Caboose. All right, cool. Awesome. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with just me and Caboose.
I guess I know how it feels to be Sam Riegel now. The last one to arrive.
Yeah. Last to arrive.
Late as always.
Late as always, right. It's coming from Chilii, the master of late.
You know, how dare you? All right, now I have everybody. Hey, look at all these gentlemen. I think this is the first game I've ever been in where every single person has a camera. No, Saturday. Okay, Saturday. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, Saturday.
This Thursday. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Fuck it. Fuck it. It's gonna be that kind of a game, guys.
3 other games that everybody has cameras, but hey, who's to count?
Shut the fuck up.
First one, right?
Yeah. Numbers are hard.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Can we just cool it, guys? I'm really nervous.
You were the one who was like, I want to be a GM, it's fine.
I'm a DM. DMing's easy. DMing is streaming's
I
easy.
literally never said that at all. All right. Anyway, as I was saying, thank you everyone for joining. We are going to be jumping into our first episode here, where we are currently on the continent of Arcalia, which if you're following along at home, click on the Arcalia page on World Anvil and get all the cool information. So,
just put it on the screen.
Okay, you know, I could, but not yet. Okay?
Not on the third screen.
You know what? Guys?
Every screen he switches to, he's gonna have to like set up our cameras as well.
No, I'm not. The cameras are gonna be fine. You know what? All right, chat, if you want to donate money to get my third computer screen, now would be the time to do it. Any last minute announcements before we get started?
Chilii's a scrub.
Make sure to join us for our other
Please.
campaigns, which
That's
has
sweet.
already probably been announced, but we're gonna re-announce it again because I just got here.
No, no one announced it. They just
Okay,
they
so I
they
haven't known.
immediately went to me being a scrub, but not promoting their own games. That's
Okay.
Much
well,
more important.
Make sure to check out our other games on
Much more
Thursday,
fun.
Friday, and Saturday, all at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time.
On Metal's
Yeah.
channel.
Yes.
On Metal's channel instead of here because logic.
You know what? All right.
No
you
one
know-
wants to say it.
You guys are fucking assholes to me. You know, I'm gonna fucking kill all of you.
I just want to clarify, I had the worst day, so like my asshole level's higher than normal.
It's okay, Caboose. I still love you.
Over 9,000.
All right. So, without any further ado, why don't we jump on in? Let me change up the music now. A little bit better. Okay, there we go. Okay. So, as we begin, we open
It
up.
would be raining.
It is raining, of course it is.
It's always raining.
Okay, so as we open up, let me read from my notes. The sky was dark as the rain poured down on the old thatch roof. The gentle thwap of the raindrops served as the perfect sleeping aid for the family within. However, one small boy found sleep escaping him. He tossed and turned for an hour before a voice called into him. "Son, you all right?" The small boy sat up in bed. "I'm fine, Dad. I just can't sleep." The father laughed as he entered. "Let me guess. Storm keeping you up?" The boy nodded sheepishly. The father pulled a small stool over to the bed and sat. "I'm assuming you'd like me to read you a story." The boy nodded again, this time more feverishly. "Ooh, ooh," he cried, pointing to the nearby bookshelf. "Read me a story about the runic conflict, or the gods, or the great dragons, or..." The father laughed as he cut in. All right. I'll read you a story, but this time it's something new." As he rose, his eyes locked on a dusty book on the top of the bookshelf. "I was going to wait for your birthday to give you this, but I think now will work." The boy shifted himself into a more comfortable position and listened intently. The dusty book in his father's hands had a faded title and looked beat up. "This book was given to me by my father, and now I give it to you." The father opened the book to the title page and began to read. Rise of Legend, Drusatta's Greatest Heroes. So, as we open up, let me bring you guys over to the correct
Did
page.
you just steal the beginning
Of
of the
Princess Bride? Fuck yeah!
Fuck
yeah,
I did.
Fuck yeah, I did!
I loved it.
So
It's one of my favorite movies. I'm just making sure.
Do we roll a d20 plus charisma for main character, or?
Alright, you know what? Alright, now I do have to move you guys around again. Give me a second. Alright, so Metal, you go there.
Got to be
Uh-huh.
a 16.
Wow.
Alright, there we go. Everyone else is fine. Beautiful. Okay, so you guys are currently in the city of Duncaster.
Alright, that's the save.
Okay. By this time, Duncaster is a very small swamp village, mostly built on stilts, off the banks of the northern Middle Ocean. And basically, this town is really known for just probably the worst smelling village in the entire continent. Like, you can smell this place from miles away. Just this reek of just high tide and just decaying bark and dead undergrowth. But it is a bit of a small stopping point along the upper north coast. And people do come here occasionally to get different leads, or if you're kind of in hiding. So at this point, it's about 2 in the morning. The entire village is asleep. A couple lights are flickered on here and there. A couple people walk on the gangplanks as the boats are docked not far off the port. When suddenly, you guys all hear a noise. Boom! A loud explosion breaks the silence. I need all of you guys to roll Constitution checks.
Shit,
Checks or
I'm on the
save?
page up.
Constitution saves. Sorry, saves. Yes. Constitution saves.
Fucking kidding me? +4. Fuck you, game.
Ow.
All these rolls were starting off strong, guys.
Yeah, that 4, baby.
Strong.
All right, let me see. So
It's right to my
21,
feet.
9. All right, let me write these down
Natural
real quick.
2.
Natural. All right,
My
so
fucking natural
let's see.
2.
Ivan rolls a 9. Thorin is a 17. Carrick is that with advantage?
But no, it's
Okay.
that's just everything's set to roll
4.
with advantage.
Gotcha. Okay.
You can
And
change it and not do
then
that.
I could.
Caboose. Where's
But then
Caboose
I
at?
forget if I ever
6.
have advantage.
All right, and then okay. So, Faywin, you wake up first. You came here on a personal quest within the past couple days, and you have a room to yourself. And suddenly you hear this massive bang, and you shoot out of your bed.
Yeah, 100% alert. I rise right to my feet. I assume it's a rather small room, and is there a window or is there just a door?
There is. It's honestly this inn has been built out of an old boat, so your window is a tiny porthole.
All right, I'll look out the porthole.
Okay. Give me a perception check. Okay.
Yeah.
So as soon as you open this porthole, smoke just billows in to the window, and you feel the heat of an open flame somewhere down below you. And as you look, you hear the sounds of grunts, hoots, and hollers and howls. As you look, you see a very make an intelligence check. See if you would know what this is. Okay, you see a bipedal figure covered in fur with a jackal-like face that currently seems to be throwing torches on different buildings. And there's a bunch of them running around the town, and they seem to be kind of grabbing things out of buildings, running back to the woods nearby, and kind of keep running back and forth.
Okay, I'll go out the door and see if anybody else is up.
Okay. By this time, Thorin, you hear the sound of Faywin's door slam open.
Question, DM.
Yes.
Do you read backstories? Because I'm not in that inn.
That's right. Okay. Well, then that's perfect. I remember that. So, in that case, Thorin, you wake up and you are on the edge of the woods, and you also have heard this bang. The sound took a little bit to get to you. And you currently wake up and you see off in the distance Duncaster is in flames.
I'll start running.
Okay. As you are running, let's see who wakes up next. Ivan, you hear the sound of Faywin's door closing.
Closing or opening?
You hear it you hear it slam open as he kicks the door open and comes out.
And I am in my own little boat room.
Yes, your room is next door.
I will slowly kind of roll out of bed, put my feet on the floor, walk over to my door, sling it open, and peer out of the hallway, kind of left and right. What's all the noise?
I'm not exactly sure what it is, but there's a large lumbering beast outside who's hurling torches, who's hurling fire at the inn.
Beast, you say?
Yes, large, furred, animalistic jaw.
Yeah. You saw multiple of them as
good.
well.
Multiple of them.
Shall we further investigate this, or I can just go back to sleep?
Well, I believe we should try to notify anybody in the inn and at least get them out safely first.
Oh, very well. It's not what I was here to do, but I suppose.
I'll start down this side.
Cool. Carrick and Katrina, make perception checks. Okay. So Faywin, how are you trying to rouse everyone? Are you just knocking on doors and moving on?
Yeah, first I go back into my room and gather my stuff, make sure I have everything on me that I came with, and then I just go door to door, down one after the other, and just bang on it. I'm not waiting for anyone to answer. I'm just going straight down the line.
Okay. Yes.
Most likely, I would be in a trance. So would I possibly already be awake, or am I this just when I'm trancing? Because trance, you're only in a trance for 4 hours.
That's true.
You're aware
It
of
would
the
have.
surroundings in a trance.
Yes.
So
Do
you
what?
would have advantage on that perception check.
Okay.
You have,
All right. Yeah. So in
you
that
have
case,
surroundings.
Carrick, you do in fact hear the knocking on your door. Just a real quick bang, 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 and then you hear the bangs going down the hallway.
All right. Then I'd probably open an eye, kind of peek around. Carrick would get up and look out the window and see what was going on. because obviously someone's having tissy.
I imagine every few knocks I would probably be shouting, "Fire! Fire! Get out!"
So you see a couple of doors start opening up. Like a couple people are kind of poking their heads out. There's a little woman, fire! Oh God! And just kind of grabs her stuff and starts just sprinting down the hallway trying to get out of the inn. And there's a couple people like seem to just go back to sleep. Like they don't not really bothered.
All right. I'd probably just make sure I had everything on me, and then just sort of slowly make my way out of the inn.
Okay.
Just kind of going to see what was going on.
All right, Katrina, make one more perception check. This time, do it with advantage because some people are starting to get a little crazy leaving the inn. Okay, so at this point, you feel like you're kind of like, oh, what? Like it's that feeling where when your alarm goes off, you hear the alarm in your dream, but you're still dreaming. So you hear like screaming going off, and it's not fitting in with the dream you're currently having.
I wake up, I look kind of at the door, and she walks to the door and opens the door. Can everyone fucking be quiet? I'm trying to sleep.
As you say that, a little woman runs by, fire, and just runs down the stairs, back into the inn below.
If you want to go back to sleep and burn, then that's fine by me.
What? Why is there? What's going on?
How many times must I say it? It's a fire.
Well, this is the first time I've heard you say anything. Well, let me go. Wait, what's causing the fire? Is it just like what caused the fire? I don't even know what time it is.
As far as I can tell, there's large furred beasts outside hurling fire, hurling torches at the inn. And
Okay.
Was it also other buildings in the city as well?
Yes. So from what you saw, like there's a group of them just kind of like setting fire to things, ransacking buildings, and just running back and
How
forth.
tall is the building?
The building you're currently in, it is recommissioned from an old ship that got docked here and kind of beached itself. So I'd say where you're at is probably about 20 feet up.
How high to the main deck?
Probably another 10 feet above you.
Okay. I just grab my stuff and I start making my way to the main deck.
Okay.
I'll deal with it. Gosh. Go deal with the fire part.
At first, I just start going back to what I was doing before, probably just checking a second floor and waking everyone up.
Okay. So you would know this, that the way the inn is made, the ship itself is kind of beached onto these stilts, and the very bottom level of it, where the cargo hold is the inn, and they've carved out an opening, but you can also go up through the top as well. So there's two ways in.
Okay, up top, is there more rooms, or does it just lead to the...
There's a couple more rooms, but then also you're already on the top floor.
deck?
Yeah, that above you is the deck.
Alright, I'll actually go up to the deck so I can get a better view of everything.
Okay. Roll another perception check. Is anybody following Faywin to the top of the deck? I know, Katrina,
Yeah.
you said you're on your way up there?
Yeah, she would go grab her gun. And make it
Yeah.
to the deck.
I picked my stuff up and I'm just heading out of the boat.
Be headed to the lower entrance.
Okay. All right, so Ivan, let's start with you then. So as you head down below into the inn, you come down the stairs into what used to obviously be a large cargo hold, and it has just been completely transferred into an inn, which is where you guys have been for the past couple nights. And basically, there's just people from the town just rushing in. Like clearly, this is their last offense. So a lot of people, townsfolk, are rushing in. People are like, "What's going on?" You hear people telling things like, "These beasts, they're taking the food. They're taking everything."
How far outside of town am I?
You, by this point, you're probably getting close to maybe about 100 yards out.
12 seconds.
Yeah, you'll be there. You'll be there real quick.
Right. How many beasts are there?
I don't know. There's a dozen, maybe. They keep coming.
Just a dozen? Right then.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Stay here.
huff, pull off the shield and pull out the mace and just kind of start limbering up, heading for the door to see what the hell's going on.
Okay. For those of you who went up to the top deck, you did roll your perception. So, Phaeton, by this point, the smoke is getting kind of thick, and you can't really see that far through it. You do see a couple of the creatures from before. Carrick, are you in the top deck or are you in the bottom?
I was going up to the top deck just to kind of, because I'm assuming from the top deck there's also a way down to the ground.
Yes, there is.
Or you okay? Then
Yeah.
I'd just
Okay.
go up there, kind of see, and then head my way to,
Okay.
to where it's going on.
So, Katrina and Carrick, you now see what Phaeton saw earlier. There is just a pack of these furry, jackal-headed beasts just roaming around the city, just lighting buildings on fire, kicking doors down, grabbing giant sacks, sometimes even people, and just hauling them off. And then just more seem to keep pouring in from the forest.
How big is the entrance? Like, or how big is the way up to the top floor or the top deck?
It's just...
Is it like one path?
Yes.
Do we know each other yet, or is it just
No,
we're all in the same?
You do not. You're all staying at the inn.
Hey, you there with the shield?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hold your own?
That'll be fine.
Why don't you go block out that hole? I'm gonna give him a distraction. And I pull out my rifle, and I line up a shot. And as soon as I do, I want to shout at the closest one to it, like to me, directly looking at it and shouting at it. Hey, you bitch! Come the fuck up here! And just take my first shot.
Okay, roll your attack. Let's make this.
I think that hits.
Yeah. Let's say that hits. All right, let's make this a little bit more epic, shall we?
When that goes off and I see it, I'm gonna mental note. I want to look at it later, but I'll go ahead and walk over there to the hatch and keep an eye out, make sure nothing comes up through. Or you said that there was a way up from via outside, not just through
Yes.
the inside of the inn. Okay, I'm gonna go over there to that way up and kind of just, I guess, prepare to defend it.
Okay.
Just the most likely way for them to come up. I'm gonna block that way.
Okay. So as you're doing that, Katrina, roll your damage.
I did.
Okay.
11.
11. Okay.
11.
So as you, why is this playing double?
I
Oh,
don't hear
that's
double.
why.
You have your stream open?
I'm an idiot. I'll fix it.
Okay.
Give me a second. I'm stupid. That's
This is
why.
Chili's narcissistic self hearing music twice.
Yeah.
Let's leave it that way. Okay. So, all right. So you put down your rifle, take the shot. It just hits right in this thing's shoulder and kind of knocks him off balance, but it looks up at you. And you kind of
I unload my unload the rifle, reload it, and prepare for the next round.
okay.
About how far away are they?
At this point, there is a group of 3 that are close to you that seem to be closing, and with that, I need you guys to roll
Motherfucking initiative.
initiative.
What house are we on?
You are here.
I'm so
Which
big.
direction am I coming from?
I may have forgotten.
Metal, you will be coming from this direction over here to the far.
You need to shrink me to a 10-foot square. Or to a 5-foot square.
I can't see my
I'll
phone.
shrink you down to a 10-foot square. Damn.
Oh, I didn't have a token. Where?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Where am I, Chili, sorry?
You are to the far right over here.
Nice. Okay.
I will
Okay,
get
which-
a token ready for next session.
Shoot the big one. Whoops. Shoot the big one.
Yeah, mine should be up there with them.
I assume that's the front door.
Yes. That's odd. Why is yours not showing up? There we go.
Ah, there.
Dun, 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 dun. Let me just make sure that you. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I had a 15. How do I?
Just
Or is that
roll
on-
again, and then you can fill it in on your own.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
No, not 20 health. I'm not a god.
Where's the way up on top of the roof of the inn?
The way in. Here, just draw.
Because you said there was a way up to the roof via.
So this is
Gotcha.
the way
Right there.
up from the. So obviously this is a building on the map, but it's an old ship. So right here, this is the way up from inside. There is a tiny plank right here. If you guys, can you guys see
And the
those?
flames are right there too.
No, that's just there because I thought they looked
Okay.
fun. I like fire.
Then I'm gonna be over here by the plank, keeping
There
an
we go.
eye on it.
Okay, cool. All right, 15 good. Who has not rolled yet?
I don't have a token yet, so
Oh,
just a placeholder for now or something.
Well, yeah. So I can.
if you
I'll
just drag your
use that for
character
right
sheet, yeah, you can just drag your character sheet over, and it'll add the.
You blue man.
Blue man. Who is the anonymous blue man?
now. He's currently buffering. Cool. Now, can you move your token?
Should be able to if you drag
Yes.
it to.
Yeah.
Okay. And then space, you can move yours as well, right?
Yep, I've moved him like 3 times, so we're good.
Beautiful. Okay. Pop this bad boy out. Okay, so you guys all rolled initiative. So let's do.
Do you just
One
need a
of the
generic
sums.
token for now?
Oh, I need to select a token and then roll. Got it.
Are you?
There's that group, and then there's this group.
Yeah, and then just re-enter whatever your first number was for the
Yes.
GTO.
So it's one. He rolled the same thing twice.
Oh, nice.
Okay, cool. So let's go descending order. There we go. Okay, so Katrina, you are up first.
Okay. Which one did I shoot the first time?
You shot the one right
one?
here. Yes.
Okay. But I look at him and shoot again.
Okay. Roll to hit.
And then again, taking my bonus action to reload my gun.
Okay. So as you aim down the sight again with your gun, okay, is it a rifle?
It's a rifle.
Gotcha. Okay. So as you kind of steady yourself on the railing of the ship and take your second shot, it this time impacts into the Gnoll's leg, almost knocking it completely out from under him. He looks up at you, just really looking fucking terrible.
Can I also real quick do a perception check just to see roughly how many there is around me?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so you see all the blue ones, and
Okay.
you can see the 2 green ones to the north over here.
Okay. Then I'll use kind of with my free action just be, I count 6. I can see.
Okay. So
Oh, my turn.
bonus action, cool. All right, Faywin, you're up.
All right. I'll take a shot at the that one.
Okay.
The one I pinged.
Roll to hit.
Jump, 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 jump.
15. That will just miss. As you take your longbow, pull it back, and release, this furry creature looks up at you and just manages just duck out of the way.
Jesus.
Anything else on your turn?
Can I try to see if there's any like what the purpose of these or what their goal seems to be?
Make an insight check. Okay, yeah, it's pretty obvious. They're ransacking the town. It looks like they're taking supplies, they're taking people. They're just taking as much as they can.
No deeper meaning.
No.
All right, this is my turn.
Okay. That brings us to this group over here. All right. So the first one who was just attacked by you, Katrina, is going to move.
Sub.
Hey, thank you for subbing. All right. So he's going to move, realizing that he can't. Actually, he'll try to get to. He's going to attempt to climb up to get to you. Let's see if he's got what it takes.
It's a 30-foot climb. I'm gonna be able to shoot him twice before he gets there.
Okay, so he manages to leap up and begins climbing. He's about probably 10 feet from you. But he's not going to be able to get there fully on this turn. This particular knoll over here. Well, I just fucking said the knolls. Good job, idiot. All right, so this particular one is going to. Actually, you know what? I need my dice, don't I? Okay. He is going to just run into this building over here, seemingly ignoring you guys. This one. Let's see. Does he notice the? Okay, so he managed to notice this. He is going to attempt to climb up this and engage with you, Carrick.
All right.
All right, so with his attack, he is going to lash out at you with his spear. Does a 10 hit you?
Not even close.
All right, so he launches out with his spear as you quickly just parry it away.
No, wait. Is that the... Okay, never mind. Okay, you're good.
Okay, so he manages to just miss you. Okay, and that's this one down here is going to continue doing what he's doing, and that will bring us to Ivan.
Going to walk out the front door, sword drawn, shield ready,
Okay.
and see what I see.
Okay, so as you walk out, the first thing you see is probably 10 feet above you is. Yeah, 5 feet above you, climbing up the side of this ship inn is one of these creatures who just seems to be completely looking at Katrina. But he's climbing up, but he looks like a swift breeze is going to kill him. Like he's really failing to hold himself together.
And I see nothing else around me, just him climbing.
Yes. Oh no, you would.
Can I see these guys
You
over
also-
here?
Yeah, make a perception check. Let me see how far you can see.
I don't know how smoky or whatnot it is.
1.
It's a little smoky. You heard one of the voices call out that there's 6 of them around somewhere. But you can so far only really see this one.
The decisions. I will look at it. Oi, you, ugly. I taste better.
Okay.
Attempt to intimidate it.
Okay. Roll intimidation. That's
How
pretty.
intimidating?
That's pretty good.
Eat me instead.
I'm
pretty good.
not-
Okay. He looks down at you, and actually, it looks like he's trying to climb away from you now. Like he'd rather just not even deal with you at this point.
Fine. Run away then. And then I will continue my movement towards what I would assume is the heart of the city.
Yeah, you know the heart of the city would be in this general direction. Okay.
Is that grassland below us or is that water?
It's like swamp.
Okay.
All right. Anything else in your turn?
That's all.
Cool beans. All right, Carrick, you have one of these creatures in your face.
Yep. And
What do you do?
I'm going to invoke Searing Smite as a bonus action, and then I'm going to hit it in the face with my mace.
Okay.
So I was trying to see if probably wouldn't have that already invoked, but I'll go ahead and mace.
Okay, that will definitely hit. Roll your damage.
Alright. So it's gonna do 4 plus 5 fire damage.
Okay, so does he make the
That's
con?
a
Is
dec-
that on his
well,
turn?
It's right here. It
Enemies, the
says
target
does
must
the
make a-
1d6 fire damage, and then at the start of its turn until the spell ends, the target must make a con saving throw to put the
Beautiful.
fire out, or it takes another d6.
Beautiful. All right.
I think it also makes an initial save to see if it actually even lights on fire.
Yeah, let's.
Pretty sure is how it works.
All right, let's do that. Okay, yeah, it's this bitch on fire. All right, so as you draw your mace, it seems to kind of like a
Oh yeah.
like not so
Flames
much.
come down
Yeah,
off
not-
my ear, and then just roll down the arm, and just cover the mace.
Yeah, from what you guys can see, the flames covering it, it's not like the thing itself is on fire. It's just, it looks like it's superheated like a blacksmith's hammer. And it just poof, cracks this gnoll across the face as its fur just lights up with fire. And it does take quite a bit of damage. Well done. Anything else on your turn?
No. I'm just gonna stand there and just stare at it.
Okay. Thorin, you have reached the edge of the city, and in front of you, you do see... Excuse me. Make a perception check. See how far into the city you can see, because it is getting a little smoky. Okay.
I don't need to.
Yep. So, in normal Thorin fashion, as you enter the village, you see this creature in front of you, and that's all you care about. You're locked in.
Is my distance relative?
Yes.
I would like to rage.
You may rage, sir.
And not missing a step, keeps charging along this wooden walkway, thudding as he goes. He's gonna go ahead and make a reckless swing. 19 to hit.
That will hit.
7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, all right.
Minimum damage crew.
Feels weird being on the other side of it.
And that'll be his turn.
Okay, so as you run up, just pat, 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 poof, the hammer just cracks across the side of this thing's face, just reels back and now has its attention completely focused on you. All right, and now we jump to this gentleman's. I need to make sure I know which group this is. Okay, so that's the group down here. So they don't notice anything and are going to keep doing what they're doing. This one actually moves back up to there and seems to be having a little mini conversation with that person. This one moves here. This guy moves here. This guy is also moving up the trail a little bit to there. And that will be their turn.
Apologies, Chilii. It was a normal attack. I don't get reckless till second.
Oh, well, yeah.
So it was a 19 anyway.
Yeah, still hit.
19 life.
Okay, so that brings us now to...
Plus, I will definitely hit level 2 after this.
This should be the green group. Yes. Okay. So, this last group, this particular individual is going to run up and support his friend. So the two of them are going to attack you. Just one attack each. So the first one lunges with his spear. 15.
Yes.
Second one lunges with his spear. Oh.
That'll hit.
21. Really? You're not gonna fucking do you dick. Alright, I'll hand roll it. I don't know why you don't just roll.
Yeah, some of the cards still don't work.
Yeah. Minimum damage crew.
Or 1 damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck you. Alright,
He's
so
poking with a toothpick.
yeah. So this one the first one who tried to stab you managed to kind of deflect it out of the way, leaving yourself open as this one stabbed into your side as you just pull it back out. It just kind of looks very confused. Okay. This one keeps running into this building. This particular one sees what's going on over here. And come on. There we go. Gets to there. And then he sees you, Ivan, and he is going to pull out his longbow and take a shot.
That's a miss.
Of course it is. All right. Which brings us back to Katrina.
Paladin life.
Yeah.
How does it? The one that's climbing up. Does he look like he's doing very well?
Oh God, no. It's a wonder he even made it up this thing.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll take my gun, put it on my back for a little bit, take out my crossbow from my side, and aim it down at him. So that way, I don't have to waste the thunder ammo for it. 15.
That just manages to. You take your shot. You have him lined up, but he's almost too close. You try to readjust your aim, and you hit a piece of wood off the siding of the ship.
I want to throw my crossbow at him.
Okay, I guess roll. Are you throwing
This is a
it?
bonus action. Just as a bonus, just like chuck it at. I don't even
Okay,
care if it hits
roll
him or not.
roll a dexterity check.
Okay.
Okay. roll. Okay. So,
Let the shenanigans begin.
It's just
How
it's
did-
more like a drop. Is it just by gravity?
okay, so as you miss, God, you just throw the crossbow at him. Can he dodge it? Okay, so it does manage to hit him in the snout, and he kind of goes back. He slides down a couple feet, but he manages to hold on.
Never used it anyways.
All right, Faywin.
Just mutter under my breath, wasteful. And, I'm gonna take aim at the
I'll also take a little bit back as well with the rest of my movement.
guy who jumped up the plank.
Okay.
Oh, don't shoot. Not be happy.
All right, that'll hit. Roll damage.
Wouldn't hit me anyway.
How do I roll damage with this system?
Just click
on-
click Rich's longbow.
Like
Yeah.
rowboat.
Oh, cool.
Okay. So it is still standing, but it now, as you wait a second because you realize Carrick, of course, is in the way, and you don't know him yet, but you feel like maybe I shouldn't attack him just yet. As you wait for your opening, and as soon as you see it, just release the arrow, and it slams right into his sternum. As the creature, but manages to kind of still stay standing. Anything else you'd like to do?
My turn.
Okay. That brings us to this group of
No,
gnolls?
number one. No, number one.
Which group is this? Am I doing this backwards? Oh, this is the green group. All right, so this one over here spends his action doing his thing. The one by the building. This one. This one is now going to.
Blue group is not.
Yeah,
He did him in the order.
I did him in the wrong order.
first round.
Yeah.
My bad.
Okay, so this one's going to approach you, Ivan, and launch out with a spear. I don't know why he's even trying. Okay. And then we go back to these two gentlemen who are just prolonging the inevitable, and they're going to attack you, Thorin. So that's the first one, and the second one. Oh,
That'll hit.
okay. Oh God, mother of balls! Why do these sheets not work? All right, so that is 8.
2 damage. Oh, you didn't roll crit. Okay.
Yeah, so 4.
4 damage.
Yes. So this one manages to, it hits a pretty interesting nerve center, but you manage to kind of shrug off the pain and just ignore it. All right. Ivan.
Well, now that there's something in front of me, I'll do what Ivan does best. Hit it with a sword.
All right,
Miss with the sword.
that will
Miss
miss.
with a sword.
As this thing launches you with its spear, you manage to block it in time, but it put you just a little bit off balance, and as you swipe, you kind of fell backwards a little bit too much, and your swipe does miss.
Well, I'm not gonna run from a fight, so that's my turn.
Okay. Carrick.
Question.
I get to make the jokes now. Yes.
With my class of feature, the Blessing of the Forge, it says just with a touch. So is that going to be a bonus action? If I wanted to invoke that, basically it would make something I touch to a +1 weapon for the day. I'm already holding the mace. I figured I was just going to turn into a +.
Is that something you
enemy
do
gun.
over a short rest, or you just do it as a touch?
It says you gain the ability to imbue magic into a weapon or armor. At the end of a long rest, you can touch one non-magical item, and until the end of your next long rest, or until you die, the object
At the
becomes a
end of a
magic
long
item.
rest.
Yeah, so you'd have to do it like the second you wake up, you do it. It's not just something you do throughout the day.
Yeah, okay, whatever. All right. So, hit him in the face again.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Maybe not.
All right, that will be a miss as you swing at him. He kind of ducks under, not wanting to be set on fire yet again. He still is on flames.
Oh, he's still on fire.
he is
so
still
when
on
his turn
fire.
comes around, he's still burning.
And it's still the same save, right?
Yes, he has
Okay,
to beat a save DC of 13.
gotcha.
And
Okay,
that's
Con.
con.
yes. Okay. Anything else on your turn?
No, should be good.
Okay. Thorin! You have two.
keep brought a friend.
You have frains.
Nope.
All right, that will miss. As they just kind of like slowly pace around you, keeping spears up, just growling just nonsense at you. Level 1. All right, which group is this? I think this is the blue group. Yes, okay, this is the blue group. So, this one here is going to. Oh, let's figure out. Is he gonna keep climbing, or because he's afraid of Ivan? Let's do a wisdom save. Oh yeah, he's still afraid. Okay, he's going to attempt to climb the rest of the way up. Okay, he makes it. He manages to climb his way up onto the deck to about there, and then he is going to draw his bow, and he's going to take a shot at you, Katrina, for hurting him so badly.
He deserves it.
Okay.
That'll hit. I'm probably
God,
dead.
Why do you never fucking
Dead at
roll
level
thing?
1.
No, you're fine.
No, I'm really not.
Okay, so
I'm dead.
Are you
I'm
really? 13?
Yeah. It's level 1, dude. You fucking.
Okay, all right. So
I'm down.
you guys notice
And
as
here
this
ends
this
the
knoll-
Rise of Legends book, chapter 1, page 2.
and this is the end.
This is what happens when Chilii doesn't balance his encounters at level 1.
Hey! This is perfectly
There's 13
balanced.
knolls.
This is perfectly
Learning.
balanced. Perfectly balanced.
You don't
So-
have to fight every fight.
So, as this knoll manages to just barely climb its way up, it shakily grabs an arrow as it just impacts right into Katrina's back as she's looking the other way, and just she face plants to the floor. All right. Oh shit. Okay. Never mind. It's melee attacks. You're fine. All right. So that'll take us to this guy's turn, who he's going to launch at you with a spear again, Carrick. Does an 18
Just
hit?
hits.
Just hits. Is that your armor class?
Yes.
So that's a miss then, or is it a hit?
No. Meet it, you beat it.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Plus 2 for 5 points of damage as its spear just lances right into your thigh.
That hurt a bit.
All right. The other two are going to spend their action doing their things where they're at, and that will then take us to this other group. Thorin, make a perception check with disadvantage, because you're the only one close enough that could have possibly seen this. Okay, so as you are fighting with the two gnolls, you manage to kind of look over their shoulder, and you see this larger gnoll now kind of barking orders at the smaller one, pointing around the buildings and pointing off towards the forest. So these two down below, having done what they're supposed to do, are going to take full dash actions. 25, 30, 40, 45, 50. He gets to there. This one gets to here and takes a dash action, which is difficult terrain, so he gets to there. He also gets to there. And the big guy seems to be waiting for right now, and this one also takes his dash action.
Now the
Back
The
there.
quick question: the guy who did damage to me, that's the guy right in front of me, right?
Yes.
Did he do a con save for his fire?
Thank you for
Ring on
reminding me.
fire?
I did not do the con save for him. So his con save 12. So he takes another d6 of fire damage.
Another d6, yeah. So that's
And you re-roll it every time, right?
yeah. So he did another two
2?
another 2 points of fire damage to him.
Okay. All right. So as he swings at you, his fur kind of is still burning, and you see him kind of like grimacing in pain. He's just so focused on trying to kill you that he doesn't even bother trying to put himself out. All right. So it takes care of the red guys. Katrina, death saving throw. All right. Hey. Sweet. Faywin, you just noticed this other gnoll launch itself up onto the roof and take a shot at Katrina.
Yep, and I will return fire at that new. Well, I guess it's not new, but at the one that struck down Katrina.
Okay. Roll to hit. That's a hit. It's dead. Don't even bother.
Revenge.
So
That's okay.
as
Rolled a
it's
12.
barely limping, you can see it like
Max everywhere.
doing this little laugh as it watches Karina's body hit. This arrow just and just drops it to the floor.
It'll decapitate him.
Oh, all right. So it does.
I don't.
Decapitation.
Crit with max damage. Let's go.
I have chat up. Thank you, Ed, for the things. There's a lot going on. All right. So, do you have anything else on your turn, Faywin?
I'm gonna take a look at Katrina and I guess just recognize the fact that she's downed.
Yeah. So she is still breathing, but you can see she's currently bleeding out.
Yeah, I can't do anything about that yet, right? I'm not too familiar with 5th edition.
As an
No.
It
action,
takes
you
an
could
action to
yeah.
stabilize someone.
Yeah.
It's an action for medicine check.
Okay.
Um,
So, yeah, that's
I will say though, you can use your bonus action this turn to give you advantage on your action next turn if that's what you're planning to do. I will allow
yeah.
that. Okay. So for your bonus action, you're kind of just like studying her body, trying to figure out what's wrong with her. So when you do have time, you're gonna be a little bit better off with it. All right. That takes us to this is the green group. Yes. Okay. So, first things first with the green group. This particular gnoll comes back out of the building holding a giant sack that over his shoulder, and he then moves, and he's going to dash, but as it is difficult terrain, he only gets that far. The other gnoll across from you, Ivan, will latch out at you again with a spear.
That's it.
All right. God damn you, you asshole.
I don't know why you keep clicking.
I don't know why either, okay? I'm just hoping maybe I'll trick it into working. 9 points of damage.
Okay, dokie.
All right. And then the two are going to lash out at you, Thorin. 1 and 2. Okay.
Not with a freaking longbow, they're not.
Oh,
Not
oops.
unless at disadvantage.
Sorry. It's this. All right, so then that would be a 22, and it's still a natural 1. Because it's,
Yeah.
okay.
22 hits.
So then I'll roll the right damage for it, though. Roll d8 plus 2. So 2 points of damage for that one. And with the longbow, high or low, Metal?
High. Almost high.
Okay. So this one, the second one, as he lashed out with your spear, you managed to kind of twirl your hammer around, catch the spear, and just send it sinking into the other knoll, which then will deal 7 points of damage. Okay. All right, that one's looking pretty rough.
Oh.
Ivan.
I don't like being hit.
That'll
I
hit.
don't like it at all.
8 points of slashing damage. Okay, so as you bring your longsword into this epic battle you're having with this creature, as the two of you are just going blow for blow, you manage to have it sink in right into his shoulder blade as he kind of squeals and pushes the blade back out, but he's still up. Definitely looks a lot more hurt than he did before. Anything else on your turn?
That's it for now.
Okay. Carrick.
And that roll I did was for my constitution, concentration for
Gotcha.
Searing Smite, which I failed. But so that I'm no longer concentrating on that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a double spell. I'm going to use Word of Radiance and Healing Word. So Word of Radiance, it's a 5-foot hit for the gnoll in front of me, and the flames are just going to radiate out, and the Healing Word's going to hit Katrina, who's down.
Okay.
So
Okay, so another con save.
Minimum damage.
Wow. Okay.
yeah,
Nat
he
one's
takes
it.
one. That's radiant damage for that one, and Katrina gets 5 hit points back.
Okay. So as this radiant light just kind of flows out of you, even though the gnoll kind of looks at himself like happy he's not on fire anymore, again hit by this radiant fire. Just,
He's still on fire regardless of my concentration on the spell. Once he's set a light, they'll burn it.
oh, okay. Sorry. So then he gets hit with this radiant light as Katrina, you feel this energy just flow into your chest. And you are back up with 5 hit points. Yay! Thorin! Or anything else in your turn, Carrick? Okay, Thorin, you're up.
Oh yeah, no,
again.
I'm good.
All right, that will definitely hit.
Fucking minimum damage.
Oh, metal. All right, so as you once again send this hammer slamming up into this thing's jaw, just it's wobbling, looking at you, barely even able to hold its spear up, but it's still ready to attack. All right, which then brings us.
Of course it is.
Which brings us now to.
Once.
This is the blue group, I believe. Yes, this is the blue group. Okay, brings us to the blue group. So, these two gentlemen's over here, having done what they came here to do, are going to immediately start to run, and they'll dash, so he'll get to about there. This one will also dash across the swamp and get to about there. Alright, and then the other one's going to attack you again, Carrick, with his spear.
Con save first.
Oh, is that the start of the turn?
Yes.
Natural
He's
20.
not on fire anymore.
So,
But he
finally,
misses his
he
attack.
puts himself out. Okay. So that's it for his turn. This brings us back to the red gentleman. So, with their full dash, these two are well away. These guys get to about there. He gets to about there. Okay. And then, is there any more down there? Oh, they're all gone. Beautiful. All right. Katrina, you are back up. What do you do?
She unmutes her microphone.
Sorry. Katrina will take a breath and will re-establish her surroundings. Upon seeing the gnoll still in combat, she will take a step this way, over here. Seeing that the other one's dead, kind of just like as she's moving, just kind of butting it with her gun off the roof, and then taking aim at the other one.
That'll hit.
It's at this one to clarify.
Okay. Okay. So, as you kind of just hit this one with the butt of your gun, it's just splooshes off the roof. Raise the rifle up, take aim. As you, again, waiting to make sure you don't hit Carrick, time your shot perfectly. As the round just, BAM! Explodes this gnoll's head off as it drops to the ground dead.
Thank you! She'll reload her gun.
I got you.
All right. Anything else in your turn?
With a 19 perception, did I notice the sounds coming from the big guy?
At this point, no. Just because he hasn't been talking for a while. He gave his order and he's just kind of surveying things. Faywin.
All right, which of the ones can I see?
From where you are, you can see all of them except for the ones. So you can see this green one and the two blues.
The two blue ones.
Yes.
Okay. Has the second blue one started retreating yet?
Yes, you saw him. He came from this house here, and this one here was at the blue house. So they're retreating this way. Get a little ruler. They're retreating this way across the ground.
Okay. And I can already tell that they're retreating. Should I need to roll for it?
You can roll insight. Just don't fail. Yeah, they are clearly hauling ass in the same direction the other ones were.
Well, given the other stuff happened while I was preparing to help Katrina, I mutter under my breath as I see the healing word go out. Finally, someone useful. And after taking a look and seeing the gnolls start to retreat, I just say they're retreating, and then take aim to the one that's still locked in combat here.
Okay.
Green one.
Roll to hit. That will miss. As you go to take your shot, and you realize that the way these two are fighting, you can't get a clean shot, and you release, and it manages to hit one of the boards by their feet.
That's my turn.
All right. That brings us to the green group's turn. Okay, so this gentleman over here, he's out. This one is going to take another attack at you, Ivan. And he's going to miss.
That's a miss.
And then the last two are going to attack you, Thorin. That's the top one. That's the bottom one.
Hit both hits.
Okay. So this is the first
Also,
one.
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Them crits tonight, though.
Okay, so that's just half that. And then this is the crit one. So 12 plus 2, 7.
I'm
Right.
down.
Oh god. Oh god. What have I done? Okay.
Did they crit you 2 or 3 times?
Twice. That's 3.
Twice. They've crit
3
me
total
twice.
crits.
They've hit me 5 times.
Yeah.
Okay. So seeing that you are finally down, they're gonna look at each other and they're actually gonna head back as well. Seeing that they've covered their escape.
Not gonna finish me off.
It's not what they're here for.
Little bitches.
Little bitches.
All right.
That's
This is
Ivan.
like the part in the video game where you're scripted to just like die.
That's not
Yeah.
what this is, okay, guys? They came here for a certain reason. All right, Ivan, you're up.
I'm gonna hit the son of a bitch. No, I'm not.
Yeah, no. You swing wildly at him, and you just can't seem to get a hit on it. All right. So, anything else in your turn?
Is intimidation an action or a bonus action?
Is what?
Intimidation. Can I scare him for an action or a bonus action?
You can try. It'll be a disadvantage though because you've been missing a couple attacks. It's not a level 5 encounter medal, okay? It's balanced. Okay. So as you
I
kind of
snarl at him.
I recently started playing Far Cry 2, and it started with a sequence where you try to fight your way out of the city, but there's too many people. They just keep coming.
Oh my god!
That's all I know.
I hate
know?
you guys so much. Okay, so as you growl at it kind of like seems to back off a little bit. He's not retreating, but you definitely kind of have an opening on him right now. So I'll say the next attack on him will have advantage. All right, and then Carrick, your turn.
Again, if I want to do a perception check, would that be
That's a free action.
But all right, I want to do a perception check, just kind of see what's going on around me. Don't be shitty.
Okay.
Okay.
So you definitely see the gnoll still fighting with Ivan, and you do catch kind of through the smoke. You see what looks like bodies moving around this area
I was gonna
here.
say, all right, over there.
Yeah, you see
Alright.
you see bodies moving in the smoke, but you can't necessarily tell exactly what it is.
Okay. I want to make my way down the ramp,
Make your way
and
downtown.
as I'm going, I just want to glance over at this knoll right here and just say burn, and cast Sacred Flame on him.
Okay, is that a dex save? I remember.
It's a dex save. Well, yeah. should be a
13.
dex.
So that is your DC, right?
Yes.
Okay, so-
I don't know why it hasn't had.
All right. So that is a success.
Yeah. I'll deal with that later. But yeah, I'm also gonna move. Let's see. To about there. And see, Sacred Flame was action. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go right there for now and end my turn.
Okay. Thorin. Death saving throw.
Come on, that net 20. I'm still in this fight.
All right, that's good. It's a success. It's good. It's good.
Not
All
enough.
right. Takes us
Gonna
to.
reach him?
This is the red guy's turn. I want to say. That's blue. Okay, so this is the blue group's turn. They are going to GTFO. This one as well is going to get to there. He's not, and you did see him, Carrick. This Gnoll just kind of leaping and just wading his way through the marsh, jumping back up and just running within attack distance of you, but he's not even looking at you. He's just running.
Was he within distance that I could do it?
Oh no! I'm saying clearly you two saw each other and he's still running.
Gotcha.
All right, and then this takes us to which group is this? The red group, okay. Which the last two red guys are Audi 3000. Okay. Katrina, you're up. What do
I
you?
see that blue guy running away.
Yes, you do.
How does it look like from my point of view Ivan's doing in his fight?
I think they both look about even. They've been trading blows. They're both a little hurt. Neither one really seems to be getting the upper hand on the other so far.
You there, elf. Help the tall one with the sword and the shield. And I'm gonna fire
Who's a
a shot.
half elf?
No, I was talking to Faywin. He's right next to me.
Right, an elf to a half elf. I guess you're armored, so you can't really tell.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't be
I
able
don't
to
really care.
I don't
I
Tall
want
really
to
care.
take a shot.
Help that
I wanna
other
take
tall
a shot
person.
at the leg of the blue one running away.
Okay. Is there anything specific about called shots? I know that's a gunslinger thing, but I don't know if it's the artificer thing.
No, there's nothing specific. It's
Okay.
just for RP wise.
Okay,
I'm trying
cool.
to take his leg out.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you just want it for flair, there's no cold shot. If
Okay.
you want it
That's not a
to
cold
actually
shot.
do it, it's a -5.
Okay, no worries.
So I want to take the -5 and try to wound him. Yeah, I'm gonna try to take the -5 and wound him.
Okay.
We're doing this. Doesn't hit.
Yeah. Okay.
Almost hits me.
So as
No,
you
that's not a
line
bad
up the
one.
shot, it's getting really smoky by now as a lot of these buildings are catching fire, and you take a shot before you realize you shot where it was, not where it was going to be, and it just kind of impacts one of the boards and sends one of the splinters just flying off in the darkness.
Deals 11 damage to that motherfucking dock.
That dock is fucked.
I'll
You see a
reload.
tear rolling down a board.
I'll reload and start making my way downstairs with my movement. It's what? It's 30 feet up, so it'll probably take me 2 turns to get down, going down the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay. She just starts to puts her gun on her back and starts to make her way down the stairs.
Okay, cool. Faywin, you're up.
All right. Not much else to say. Gonna help tear down that guy.
That'll hit. All
About
right.
time.
How do you want to do this?
Let's go with right through the heart.
Okay. So as you
Don't need to play.
So, Ivan, as you are locked in this battle with this furry creature just snarling and gnashing its jaws at you, as you somehow snarl and gnash your jaws back, it just doesn't seem to be going anywhere until you feel like you see an opening. There it is. This is your kill. You've got this. Right through the heart as it and just topples off the dock and into the marsh below.
All right. That's my turn unless the combat's ending.
It's technically still going. Technically, right now, you guys are out of combat as they're running away.
Yeah, because Thorin is still.
Yeah, if you want, we'll remain in the combat order to keep going. So this is what group is
Yeah,
this?
no, I
This
just
is-
forgot about that.
What group is
Thorin is dying right now,
Yeah.
so I think we should stay in combat order.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
At 20, I'll get it back up with one hit point. I'm chasing these motherfuckers
this?
down.
All right. So the green group here is going to dash to get to there
Activate metal hacks.
and there. This also large motherfucker is also going to dash with them as well and get to there.
What a bitch.
Ivan, it is your turn.
If I was a wood elf, I could make it. I'm gonna run to there. And then I'm gonna lay on it. No, I'm not. I'm gonna run to there.
Okay. So as you haul ass across the board, just boom, 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 trying to chase down this gnoll.
And then, is that one still at disadvantage?
No.
No.
So what are you're trying to intimidate him to fight you?
I'm just yelling at them now.
Oh,
Just,
okay.
you! Where you think you're going? We're not done here.
As it kind of you see it kind of like just turning back towards all of its friends. Carrick!
Is Metal still on the dock, or is he over there where his token is?
He's really far away.
Yeah, he's over here.
Yeah.
Oh, he is already over. He's over there on the shoreline.
That's where I am.
Yeah, Thorin is way over on the other side of the village.
Okay. Let's 5, 10, 15. All right, I'm gonna make my way along the dock. I want to do a perception check and see if I. I'm just looking for anyone, any creature, and I'll do Sacred Flame on the one that's running away.
Which one?
The one I passed.
The blue one. Okay. So, yeah, as you're running, you hear you hear the screams, you hear the crackling of the fire. And by this point, it's really smoky. You think you see some figures down the docks, but you can't tell if that's townsfolk trying to put out the fires, if that's more of these creatures, or what it is. All right, and then he's gonna make his con save against that. All right. So as you flick out your hand to send Sacred Flame, this creature just grabs its bag of crap and just kind of ducks, and is trying to just keep running. Anything else in your turn?
Nope, I'm just ended there.
All right. Thorin, death saving throw.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Oh God.
Ups and the skill.
Okay.
failures.
That's not what we wanted to do.
That's not good. That's not good. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Bye, guys.
It's fine. No, shut up. No one's ever killed Thorin. It's fine. It's fine. All right.
There's
That
always-
brings us to the blue group, where this guy, he is just
Told you,
gonna.
Metal. He's trying to kill him while he can.
He's just hauling ass, and he's Audi 3000 again. That takes us to the green group, and they also fuck off. They fuck off to Nope Town. Okay, so at
Oh,
this,
are they dragging Thorin with them?
no, Thorin's still in die. They left him there. So
Why is his character? Oh, you keep pulling his character along.
no,
No.
No, that
no.
that
Wait,
thing is
where?
the Gnoll Leader was the.
The big thing's a
Oh,
Gnoll
the
leader.
super big. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
I'm not that big. I'm a dwarf.
I was
He's
trying to
that big
figure
in our,
out.
in our hearts and minds.
That's why I was so confused. I was like, why is his character so large?
All right, so with that brings us back to Katrina. We are now officially out of combat.
Hey,
1,
she makes her way.
2, 3,
Yeah.
4.
I swear to
Sorry,
God.
I'm just going 6.
All right,
I'm,
hold on.
I
Let me
was
see.
gonna-
Let
yeah.
me do some stuff here, Metal. Let me do some stuff. All right.
She makes her way downstairs.
I'm still just walking, looking for people.
How far are they out?
Okay. By the
Point.
time you would get to, so by the time it would take 6 seconds, so you would have to do one more death save, Thorin. You would probably get to about here. You would see him.
I would
Wow.
have
Bye.
70 movement.
Rip Thorin.
The
Are you
ruler.
fucking
Where's
kidding
my
me?
ruler?
Nope.
35
That
right
looks some
there,
random
and
guy
then
died.
yeah, I could. Oh no, I couldn't make him to a full turn. So yeah,
my God.
if I dashed that last turn, but I didn't know where I'd be dashing to. So
How far are they out still?
That by this point they've just been doing straight. They're just dashing every turn. They're just
How far
running.
can they dash?
60 feet, but it's probably about 45 due to the marsh.
Okay,
Alright,
I still don't
so
have a disadvantage shot. I'm still taking a shot at him.
The stream can't see the rolls, but
Yeah, he
It's
is.
a double death saving throw.
Yeah.
He just
two nat ones.
2 nat ones.
Yeah.
Well,
Why is Thorin in the book, Dad? I don't understand. He's not even old. He just died. I'm taking a
It's
shot. At
okay,
one of them.
guys. You got 100 years to resurrect me.
I'm taking a shot at one of them. I still have a regular shot
We
at
have
him.
no
okay,
emotional
go ahead.
Okay.
Does he still technically have 0 hit points?
Just
Well,
right
we
hit the blue
We
one.
haven't met him yet, so it
That's-
could just be a dwarf that really looks like Thorin.
All right, that's a hit. Okay. As you look down the scope, basically, for not calling, I don't know if it's a scope.
It's a scope.
It's a scope. So you track this one, and you just wait, inhale, bam! As this round just plants itself right between this thing's shoulders and sends it just scattering its bag it is holding, just drops into the marsh, face down.
I got one more.
I can't believe this really just happened.
I'll reload.
Okay.
That's what happens.
Now how far are they away?
Even further. Are you trying to?
Okay.
What's your range on this thing?
Disadvantage shot. 500 feet.
All right,
Disadvantage.
all right. Go ahead. Take your fucking disadvantage shot.
I'm taking the shot at the big one.
Okay.
I should have line of sight at this point.
Yeah, it's the one real problem was that I would have gotten to
Yes!
about right there as
Alright.
he
Everyone's
died.
out of my way. Great.
That's 70 feet right there for me. I would have been.
I don't know.
That's
who
a-
was it
that's a-
anyway.
that's
You
a
would
no.
never attempt it.
Now, do you get misfires the same way the gunsmiths do?
Yeah, I just
Okay.
gotta make a tinkering check to fix
Okay,
it.
cool. So as you take a shot, you have it lined up. This is the perfect this is a headshot, and you just
21 would have hit.
just-
Not for the disadvantage.
and it's just something happened in the barrel. It's not firing.
Let me look up the rules actually. So I
Okay.
remember what it is.
So, yeah. You guys are out of combat. The flames are still burning. People seem to be running around frantically. What would you guys like to do?
I'd like to thank Metal for
Actually-
guesting this week.
Shut up.
You're welcome. You're more than welcome.
Actually, no, I don't have misfires. Actually,
Okay.
never mind. So it would just sail off into nowhere in mid.
On the plus side, I'm not gonna be late for work.
Shut up, Metal. Suddenly a god comes to you. You're live. Oh my god. God
No,
says.
it was an imposter, Thorin.
I'm just.
We
I'd
wouldn't
like
have
to do another perception check, just looking for anyone that.
Well, have you been going down the docks? Because
Yeah.
you would see his body.
Alright,
Yeah.
I start searching the knolls.
Then
Okay.
Roll
Roll
I was
investigation checks.
I'll roll investigation.
Waits
roll.
till level 5 and cast Revivify.
I'm gonna look for more people.
All right. Yeah, Carrick, you see him. You see the body of a prone, looks like not moving dwarf.
Well, I will attempt to use spare the dying on him. It doesn't
Yeah.
Okay.
because he's already dead. So spare the dying. It's,
Oh,
you
that's
it's
right,
able to
spare
touch a living creature.
That's the
that has
fucking
0 hit
worst.
points.
These spells are named so badly. Every time I hear that, I'm
The
like, oh,
dying,
okay, here's
not
that.
spare the dead.
Whatever.
Spare the dying.
Whatever. You know what? You make it there in time. He's fine. All right. It's my fucking game.
What?
It's
I
my
would have
game.
made it in time if I had realized that I should have been dashing.
Well,
but yeah,
In our defense,
I didn't
though,
know him. I was
we
just looking
don't
for
know
anyone.
Thorin exists. So
Right. I was just going out looking for
He's
anybody.
just a random villager to us.
That's what I'm saying. We could have, the
All right.
real Thorin.
So,
How much
Could-
gold did Thorin have on him?
I would like to pat him down.
Gold.
I hate you guys so
He's got
much.
2 very large hammers, though.
Ivan would be.
Which I would take,
still
probably.
looking for anybody injured and/or dead.
All right. So, Katrina, investigating different knolls. You see they have the really just ramshackle spears and longbows. Between the ones you look at, you find about like 5 copper pieces and a silver. They clearly, whatever these ones were coming for, they didn't grab shit, and they look like they engaged you right away.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Yeah, he
find the
did.
one that I shot down in the bog and go see what he had.
Okay.
I know that he's dead, and I could have almost made it. That's how bad. I know I could have almost made it. He just died.
It's gonna take me like a minute to go actually walk all the way out to him.
All right, so you do find this prone dwarf on the docks as people are kind of running back and forth. Very slowly, as you guys... Are you doing anything when you get to Thorn's body?
Well, I did a medicine check to see, and
Yeah.
he did, and
Oh,
I
he
can't
did.
do anything, so
He did.
I will hold on to his hammers for him because they look like
Channel
lovely,
Divinity.
lovely things.
Channel Divinity, see if you can roll
Level
that nat
2.
1.
It's a level 2.
Yep.
I'm only level 1.
See if you can hit that nat 2.
You got no saves at level 1.
So, as you are gathering around the body, some of the villagers have kind of come out from their different areas. Some of them are still running around trying to put out fires. But a small crowd does gather around. You kind of see, like, people just kind of staring off at Thorin's body, like, whispering, like, who was he? Do you know who he was? And then, as you guys are looking at him, probably about 6 foot, green-skinned, half-orc with long, what looks like reddish-orange hair steps up to you. Do you know him?
Nope, just found him laying here.
That's weird. Did he come with you? Because we saw him come in about 2 nights ago. Don't know where the hell he's been this whole time.
No, I'm just passing through. I
Oh.
just
Well, I guess.
saw the attack and decided to look to see if there's anyone I could help.
Oh, well, yeah.
Unfortunately, It's just too late.
Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. It's weird. They've actually never really attacked us before. It's really weird. I mean, we've had gnolls in the North Pine for generations, but they've never actually attacked our villages. Well, I mean, I suppose we should probably do we bury him? I don't know what the dwarf customs are.
Leave that to me.
It would definitely be buried. And I'm going to double check that with...
Yep, 100% bury as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Yep.
A little hazy on the details, but I'm pretty sure you buried.
All right, I guess. I just feel bad. I mean, he put up a hell of a fight here. Got jumped by about 2 of those things.
Do I see all this happening?
Where are you at now?
I'm making my way back from the knoll that I just looted.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You'd see the crowd growing.
What did that knoll have as well? Since I looted him as whatever he was holding in his hands, it was apparently important.
Just a bunch of foodstuffs. There's a couple just like random, just knickknacks that you look at it like. Some of them are like children's toys. Like this, it looks like someone ran into a house and just grabbed a bunch of shit and just poured it into a bag.
Is there anything that looks like fairly heirlooms or anything like that?
Let me find out. Yeah, there is one. It looks like it's a very small necklace that has what looks like a green gem on the pendant.
Okay. She will take that and remember to sell it back to the family when she finds it.
All right. So do you?
If you're really fishing for something, I did have a 23 or 22 in medicine. Pull some of that, Far Eastern medicine.
I mean, no
do
one's.
something.
It's up to you guys.
How heavy is Thorin?
How much does Thorin weigh?
170 pounds.
So I would attempt to pick him up.
The half-orc approached you. Do you need help?
If you would like to help me carry him,
I mean, might as well. I mean, had he not been here, they would have.
not be left on the streets.
Yeah, I agree. And he picks up the legs and helps you carry. Where are we taking him?
For now, I suppose. Well, which one of these buildings isn't burned to the ground yet?
Well, I mean, my house isn't for now because of him, really. And he points to the house to the south of you guys.
Very well, let's take this poor soul in there.
All right, yeah. Let me just. Honey, can you just clear the table? And you see this human woman run back inside as she's clearing off her kitchen table, giving you a spot to put Thorn's body.
Is there a temple here? Is there any sort of religious?
Well, it depends. What kind of religion you're talking about?
Well, honestly, I don't know much of the dwarves, but it seems only fair that one of them and their religious types or clerics should be presiding over this. Death is sacred.
Yeah, I mean, wish I had my fucking dice at this my table with me.
If only I had that still.
Let's roll that. So it kind of looks to you, yeah, there's really not much dwarvish influence here. I mean, we are close to Bulgrim, but no one really comes over here that much. There are some druids in the forest, but they don't really talk to most people. It'd be kind of hard to get to them. I mean, other than that, you'd probably have better luck heading towards Belcliff, but I mean, I don't know if you're gonna make it in time to save him. It's a couple days journey.
Well, I am more concerned with saving his soul than I am with honestly saving him. I don't know the man.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood you then. Yeah.
While he was carrying him inside, I want to keep walking around and see if I find anyone else that's dead.
Okay.
Still holding on to Thorin's hammer. Just, I still have those, but I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
keep an eye out
You
for
do
anyone
see
else.
there's plenty of guys who are there's plenty of things that are a couple dead, wounded.
Just kind of start laying them out
Okay.
on one of the docks.
Is there any town clergy at all?
I mean, not really. We're kind of a bit of a smaller outpost here.
I see. Well, I don't know of the dwarven rites and customs, but with my people and with my order, it is only fitting that we give them one chance at redemption before we seal them and deliver the last rites.
I mean, we could probably fetch someone if that's what you really want to do. It'll take time.
Does anybody know this man?
I want to attempt to stealth into the room.
Okay. And what'd you say, Will?
Does anybody know who this man is?
Oh, me. Not really. I mean, he came into town, bit of a recluse. He's been staying outside of town for about a couple days now. Doesn't really talk much.
Well, he definitely seems to have a valiant heart. He charged head forth into this, knowing the dangers.
Just as a note, I want to check. Would my character possibly know of Thorin because they lived in the same city and he was of somewhat importance?
Ooh, that's true. I didn't think of that. Roll a history check. Okay, so the name Thorin does ring a bell to you, and you remember hearing of that name in terms of like different military actions. You don't know him personally, obviously, but you definitely have heard of Thorin.
Do I recognize him then to know that his name is Thorin?
From what you know, this is definitely like he resembles what you've heard, but it looks like he's been through some shit.
And he doesn't have
You
his
see a
hammers.
commander's insignia on his shoulder.
Okay, yeah, so you would see that.
Okay. She kind of stealths her way in a little bit and makes her way up to the body. Oh, this appears to be Commander Thorin.
Who is that?
Relative importance in the Dwarven army. Haven't really had dealings with him myself, but...
Oh, shit. Like, he's really important to the dwarves. And now he's dead in our town.
He was for a while. I know he retired. I don't really know the story of why he retired, but... You might want to fetch the druids.
Yeah,
If you want to, you can, if you want to, I can make my way out there and see if I can find him.
Yeah, would you mind doing that? Because I mean, we're a little busy here with the fixing the town and everything, and hopefully these, where the fuck these things are, don't come back again. But yeah, I mean, I can't pay you very much, but would you mind doing that? I really, oh my god, if the fucking dwarves find out that one of the commander died in our town, it's gonna be the fucking unification wars all over again.
I mean, it's not a super big deal. I mean, people die, but sure, I'll go check. I'll make my way out. Would I have a contact in this city?
In this city?
My background.
In this city, no. You were basically on
That's
your.
what I asked.
Let me see. Okay. Actually, yes, you would know of one person.
Plot twist, it's his wife.
So basically, in this town, this town is known for its bounties, because a lot of people usually do try to hide in the forest nearby, and there's a lot of bounty hunters come through this town. So you have at least one contact. You don't know his name, but you know that he goes by the name Green Eye.
Okay. Half-orc, what's your name?
Terrence.
Terrence. Name's Leela Lightfoot. Do you have anyone here who has green eyes, particularly? I'm
green-
looking for someone.
Green eyes. I mean, I'm sure a couple people here have green eyes. Why do you ask?
I have a contact in the city that might be able to give me some information on everything, and maybe it might help me find the druids faster.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's probably true. I've never heard of anyone green eyes. It's a bit rare, I guess.
I mean, or if you have information on the druids yourself, I can also just take that. But according to what you said earlier, you don't really have much information on them.
Yeah, not really. I don't really venture that much out. There is someone. He's actually from the frontiers. He arrived here about 2 years ago. He might be your best bet.
Do you know where he lives?
Yeah.
Know
What-
anything?
What was that?
I said, would Ivan know anything? Because I think I'm the only one from this continent.
Yes. So you basically roll a history check. Make sure. Let's see what you.
While what's going on.
See if you know what's going on.
Once
So-
I finished, I'll
Yeah, go
line
ahead.
it at the bottom to walk back in there.
Okay. So, Ivan, what you know is that there are tribes of Rovan all throughout the North Pine Forests. Some of them are druids, some of them are warriors, some of them are scouts. It's the kind of thing where you know they're there, but you have no idea where at in the forest. No, it is never time for snack. No.
I
No.
was like, man,
Absolutely not. Fuck you guys. Yeah, but he lives not too far. If you see that building that's burning, across from that, he points to this blue house right here.
And how far is it, travel-wise, to Westerdale?
To Westerdale? Ooh, Westerdale would be
that's the way.
weeks. Like you're at the northern tip of the continent.
Yeah, I'm looking at the map. I'm just trying to gauge your scale here.
Yeah. Well, why don't I do that? Why don't I put you guys at least on the map page so you can see everything? Okay, so
Where are we at the moment? We're in
yeah, let me jump into this
Duncaster.
too. Yeah, so
Duncaster.
currently you guys are in Duncaster, which is right here. And
And
Westerdale
Westerdale is down
is way down here. So that's probably going to take you at least probably a week and a half, 2 weeks to get there.
I'll make my way to the building, knock on the door with the blood spears knock.
Okay. Interesting. So, as you knock, you hear silence for a second. For about like 20 seconds. We hear, "Who is it?"
Someone who needs some information.
What kind of information?
Information on the local druids.
and from the other side of the door, you hear a series of a couple knocks. Make an intelligence check with advantage.
Okay. Someone else.
Okay, you recognize this is the response knock to your original.
Fair.
All right, come on in. The door opens up.
Open the door.
As you come in, you open up to a pretty dark room. It looks like this room has been ransacked, and the first thing that draws your eye is that on the floor in the middle of the room is a bruised, beaten, dead gnoll. And kind of sitting on a table with his feet on the gnoll is another half-orc. All right, what do you want?
Well, we had a dwarf of relative importance die in the gnoll attack, and I was wondering if you had any information on the druid so I could go fetch them. I don't really want another war. It would be inconvenient for me at the moment.
A dwarf was here. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, there's druids not far in the forest from here.
Do you happen to have their whereabouts, the last known location?
Of course I do.
Are they wandering druids, or do they have a village?
They wander a bit, but they have kind of a central area they stick to.
Okay. Can I get the coordinates from you, or rough direction?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, come here. And he pulls out this old, looks like it's just a crudely drawn map. Alright, well, only been here a while, but I've done a little bit of scouting, about a year or two. What I can tell is, the northern part of the forest is where most of the rovens stick to. The southern part seems to be a bit of northern clans, so, fucking stay away from there. And these areas, he points to a couple spots that are highlighted in red. Those fuckers who were just here, they've been popping up out of nowhere. So just maybe avoid those areas for right now.
Oh, yes, that'll be quite helpful. Appreciate it.
Thank you. By the way, what's your name?
Well, at the moment, I go with the name Lena Lightfoot.
I see. You can call me Green Eye.
Appreciate the information, Green Eye.
Absolutely.
For blood and money, and she makes her way out.
Of course. Anything else I can help you with?
Oh no, that should be it for now. If you happen to keep an eye out for any interesting movement in the area. I am tracking a target as well.
You got it. And you see he kind of kicks himself off the table and stands over this dead gnoll. Looks like I'm getting me a new coat. And you hear the door just close behind you as he starts hacking into it.
She doesn't flinch when she sees that.
Yeah.
She just kind of keeps going. She'll make her way back to the house where everyone's in.
All right. Did you meet him?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a bit of an odd fellow.
Quite helpful. I don't know if any of you guys have interest in helping this dwarf out. We can go find the druids though. I got a rough estimate for where they are. No, I'll be sure to charge the dwarf when I wake him up.
Are you sure that's a wise choice?
Well, I mean, tasks don't come for free.
No, very well. Do you need any supplies? I don't have much, obviously. There's not much left around the village, but I can at least give you something for your journey.
We should be fine. It's not very far.
Oh, thank you.
Your job.
If you wish to come.
Oh,
is
fuck no.
The body.
Yeah, nope. Don't even want to come a little bit.
You three. You look to be helpful. I appreciate the help, Carrick. Or I don't know why I called you by a name that I don't know. Elf there. What's your name?
You can call me Carrick.
Ah, Carrick. I appreciate the help. Got caught off guard a little bit. It won't happen again.
That's all right. You seem to be that weapon you had seemed to do quite a bit of damage. So it seemed important to make sure you stayed on your feet.
Anyways, is there anyone who wishes to come with me? I'm gonna go find the druids.
Where did you say you were going?
Out into the woods, find the druids. They're a wandering tribe, according to my information.
If anyone takes a
Sounds
couple
like a bit of
seconds,
fun.
but he definitely pretty clearly looks at Katrina's gun, and after a little bit of contemplation, he agrees to go.
I figure there's a reason that this dwarf was probably come to town, and can I get that information if he's dead?
Well, does sound like a good bit of fun, and I suppose I have to follow my rights and allow him his one shot. I will come along if you'll have me.
Certainly.
All
Yeah,
right.
I can help.
Well, Carrick realizes that this is probably the right thing to do. Then he looks down at the hammers. And he sets him next to Thorin. He's like, all right, I'll go. We'll at least hold off until we know he's dead before I decide to try and hold on to the hammer.
Do you know Dwarvish?
I know Bogormese. I don't know Dwarvish.
Oh yeah, that would be right.
Yeah.
You do notice that the hammers have dwarven runes etched into them that say the words vengeance and honor in Dwarvish.
Gives me more damn reason to put it back down. How to say honor.
And that's an
Oh.
accurate translation in my attack rolls.
What was the orc's name again? Did I get the orc's name? I don't think I did, actually.
The one you're talking to now, Terrence.
Terrence, do you know how this belongs to? She kind of whips out the jewelry with the green gem in it.
No, not really. Where'd you find that?
Oh, I found it. A gnoll had looted it. Let them family know that if they want it, it won't cost them much. He puts it back in her pocket.
All right then. I guess I'll ask around.
You did say the orc's name or no?
Terrence.
Terrence. Terrence. You wouldn't happen to have a bandage laying around, would you?
Bandage. I have bits of cloth. If that might work.
That's fine. I just want to kind of sort of cover the spear wound that I got earlier. You know, just kind of stop the bleeding a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Here. He hands you a bit of old cloth.
I'm gonna look at it, make sure it's relatively clean, and then go ahead and just bandage that up.
Okay. So, have you are you all gonna go?
Guess so.
Looks that way.
He'd probably go if he was awake.
Yeah. Am I keeping him here, or are you taking him with you? What do I do with this body?
Just keep him here for now.
Oh, all right.
If you don't mind.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just eat dinner around.
I'll
him, I
bring the
guess.
druids by, and hopefully maybe they can take a look at the rest of your dead.
I'm sorry that his death is inconveniencing your dinner.
No, I didn't say that. I'm being polite. Don't want to eat around the dead body. So people die. Happens.
I'm gonna take like three silver and just put them on like for your inconvenience and just kind of walk.
Oh, thank you. That really wasn't inconvenience, but I mean, I'll take it.
Oh, I was trying to take one of the silvers. Okay. Somehow, as she just
these,
kind of walks by and snacks.
He
one.
just didn't notice exactly how many. I
as
put
you
down.
dropped the silver onto the, did you drop it on the table?
Yeah. I
Okay.
just slapped it on the table. And
So
walked
he
out,
goes to
like,
grab it.
at Thorin's feet.
And somehow Katrina's hand just grabs one of them off the table. kind of party. All right.
There's always got to be one.
Your lucky snack's not here.
Now I know it's still kind of early in the morning. Are you gonna leave now, or do you can wait here and rest a bit if you like?
She doesn't say anything. She starts to walk.
Oh, Bob, Miss.
Well, it seems we're leaving now.
Yes, it does seem we're leaving
I
now.
suppose so. Be careful. The woods can be a little dangerous.
Gonna take this moment and like pat myself on the shoulder and just go ahead and dump those lay hands on there. Yep. Gonna need that.
Yeah, I definitely would have liked a short rest, but
Okay.
We can rest while we walk. Be fine.
Okay.
I'm resting just fine.
All right. So as you guys are walking out of Terrence's house, you eventually follow the wooden gangplanks deeper and deeper into the marshland as the forest approaches, and that is where we'll take a break.
perfect
So,
time, I guess.
guys, we will be right back. Brr. All right, and we are back. Let me just put this back on the right audio so they can hear you guys talking. There we go.
Look at that. That was all neat.
Yeah, I know, right?
You have the graveyard section?
What did I say?
Oh, nothing.
Okay. I feel like that was hurtful.
So welcome back. Thorin wakes up from his dream.
Yeah, Thorin wakes up, and this was a story told to baby Thorin. And he's like, this will never happen. And that's how we really start. So, where we last left off, the party is heading off into the North Pine Forest, where they are looking for a group of Rovan druids who might possibly be able to bring back Thorin, this dwarf they have come to learn who they are through Katrina, obviously, under the directions of a half-orc who goes by the name Green Eye. They have a good idea of where they're supposed to be going. So, you guys are currently leaving. You guys are fucking assholes. You know that? They're so half the reason why I wanted to leave the game chat out of my overlays is because of these dumbasses. Okay. So anyway,
But then they can't see the rolls. You gotta, they can't see the rolls.
whatever. Okay.
Yeah, the rolls are the important part.
Theater of the mind. Okay, you don't see the rolls on Critical Role. They just say what the rolls are.
Fine, we'll start talking shit.
Yeah, because they're not using a chat program.
Whatever. All right. So you guys are currently leaving the town, heading towards the forest. What would you like to do?
I'll first motion
Which
toward
way do you
the other elf and say, "Oh, you look likely the most sensible one here. It's nice to meet you. A little bit of an odd circumstance that we're in at the moment. Where do you hail from?"
Muted.
I'm not muted. I'm
He's
trying to remember how to pronounce
checking his notes.
Looking up the pronunciation.
Checking his backstory,
did
which,
not-
for those of you in chat who want to follow along, this is the exclamation point Drusatta will give you the link to my World Anvil page. Bam.
I hail from Karen to Saab.
I assume we can just ask Chilii about any pronunciation stuff.
Yeah,
I asked him
Uh-huh.
earlier.
yeah. So, Corinthosov is the name of the entire continent.
Okay. Gotcha.
And
Oh,
most people
yeah, so
know of the continent. It's just. Go ahead.
I'm actually traveling from there myself.
I see. And which principality do you come from?
Personally, let's see. Can I try to get a read on him for which principality he's from?
You can certainly try. There's not really many.
It shouldn't be that
Wh-
hard to
wh-
figure out.
Whichever role it would be.
Yeah, I would say do a history check. I'll give it with advantage. Okay, yeah. So you, judging by his overall outlook, his appearance and everything, you have a pretty good idea of which principality he's from. Which currently
I'm from
I am.
Castellan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Castellan, which is
And,
the principality known most for its weaponry and its armor.
okay. Which principality has the best relationship with Castellan?
Let me double check my notes.
This was something I tried to get from Chilii before, and I never had a chance to ask him.
Well, good job, guys.
Because I'm not from that one.
You never actually gave us a continent, so I didn't know what countries were next to which, or which principalities were next to which one. So I was like, okay, well, there's maybe these don't like each other, these like each other.
Excuse me, chat, as I log into my World Anvil because I just am a terrible human being.
Because meta, I know where you're from, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that the province that would probably have the best relationship with Castellan. Well, I mean, the thing is, all of them kind of secretly hate each other because they are constantly at war. But I guess with them, Anarta would be the one that would have probably the closest relationship.
All right. Yeah, I'll just say, I'm from Anarta.
I'd like to insight check him.
You can certainly try. And you can use persuasion or deception, your choice, depending
yeah,
on if you're
deception.
lying or if you're telling the truth.
There's my insight.
Ooh, okay, yeah. He's
Still
from
don't like you.
He's from Anarda.
Yeah, Faywin would know that, like, the relationship still obviously isn't great, but
Yeah.
there are worse places for him to be from, and as far as the interactions.
Yes.
And
Especially if you know that I'm a cleric. So, you know, that's...
he
well-
he takes a second and says, "That's some fine weaponry you've got."
only the best.
So I've heard. I long for the chance to try one out myself.
Good luck.
I'm Faywin, by the way. No, it's not a girl's name.
I'm Seeker Carrick Baravin.
Seek?
But you may call me Carrick.
I will for now.
Who said Seeker? What was it? Well, I said Seeker, but out of character. I heard someone say Seeker. I just didn't know if that was someone asking about it or...
Oh, no, that was me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Seeker's a title.
I figured. So yeah, I think that's all he wanted to mention there.
And
I'm gonna make a survival check to follow the map.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is gonna be great, guys.
Okay, yeah. So, using...
What? Oh, there it goes.
yeah,
Oh, I looked at the wrong one. Oh, okay. Even
Oh
better.
shit! What the hell?
You always do that. You roll well on the ones you're not supposed to roll well on. All right, so yeah, using Green Eye's map, you have a pretty good idea of the general location. Are you guys heading through the woods stealthily, just making your way through? What are you guys doing? Oh, god damn it, Metal.
Well, she's being stealth by just her nature, but
I'm just
I am-
walking.
Just walking.
Just
You want me to be stealthy? It's not going to end well.
making your way downtown. Gotcha. All right, cool.
Oh,
there you go.
it's a fine shield you have there.
So, ping to me.
I assume. I mean, I think me and you are the only ones that are carrying shields.
Sorry, noting.
A lot of elves.
Yeah. Thank you. Yours
Surrounded
looks
by tall people.
quite nice itself.
It does the job. I couldn't help but overhearing. You're both from the principalities.
It appears so.
I see. My mother's from there.
Do you happen to know which one?
She doesn't talk about it much. Not since she moved into Westerdale. It's many years since she left.
She's smart.
Very. Did you ever see a marking on her anywhere? Maybe a tattoo or something that she may have usually kept hidden?
Not that I can recall, no. She is quite the intimidating woman, though.
Well, for now, you come from good blood.
Well,
Fucking elves.
I hope it's good. It'd be quite a shock if it wasn't. I've never actually checked. Anyway, I suppose I can trust you not to stab me from behind.
If it makes you feel better, I won't stab any of you from behind. Or for
No,
shooting
you will
people
just
from
shoot
far.
us with that stick from far away.
I'm not
That
sure
is the
if I
preferred.
can speak for Carrick, but if I had a problem, you would know it.
We prefer combat of the honorable type.
You see a little bit of conflict in. I guess like everyone sees a little bit of conflict in Faywin's face as he's like, yeah, this guy's talking about a lot of things I like. Wait, he is? That's sort of the
Damn.
reluctant agreeance.
Well,
I
I
will
will
also
also say, if you guys want to, you can roll insight on Ivan, because he definitely knows where his mom's from.
Ooh.
Katrina doesn't care.
Roman's winning. All right, so
She rolls insight, but she doesn't care.
yeah, so
Lauren doesn't know.
yeah, from what you guys can tell, yeah, seems like he's mom's doesn't. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, usually if there have been tales of some elves leaving the homeland and starting new life, and they probably just wouldn't really talk about it.
We know that his mom knows where she's from.
But
we
yeah.
just don't think he knows. Where
Yeah,
I hope she does.
where am I from? Okay, so you guys continue walking into the forest. Probably, are you guys gonna keep going? You guys gonna take a break anytime soon? It's up to you.
I wouldn't
She's just
mind
looking for
doing-
she's looking for information she can find on the trail.
I'd imagine the fewer breaks, the better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys walk for about probably an hour as you get further into the forest. Katrina, make another survival check.
Okay.
It's that tree. Wait. That tree. Or was it that tree?
Okay, all these trees have started to look the same.
Do I notice her
It's the forest, they
freaking
tend
out a
to.
little bit?
She's not freaking out. She's very calm about it.
Well,
She's like,
just kind of.
You
not
do
quite
you
sure.
do notice her kind of standing with her arms crossed, kind of looking at the trees, like just kind of muttering, pointing to different trees, and it's kind of like definitely deep in thought.
Gnome, do you need some help?
I'll be honest, I'm not one for trees. I prefer the underground paths of the mountains, so I have no idea where the fuck I'm going right now.
May
You
I
should have
see
Let's
the
look at
map?
the map and see if they can. Well, I knew where I was going originally. I would have said if I didn't know where I was going. There's little reason to hide that information when I want to accomplish a job.
Do you mind if I look at the map from?
Certainly. Here you go. He hands you the map.
16?
From what you can tell, you are probably about quarter of a mile to the south of where you're supposed to be. You're close, but just still got a little bit way to go.
Not too bad.
Yeah, by this point, the sun is starting to rise a little bit in the north. Starting to rise a little bit, kind of cresting through the trees. It's about daybreak right now.
Did you say the sun was in the north?
I did.
Okay.
The dwarfs are the first to see the sun.
Sun rises.
That's why they're
from
that's why they're
It
underground.
should be.
Yeah, that's why they're underground. They don't like it.
So once Carrick gets a good idea about where we are and where he's going, I'm going to reach for the map, try to grab it after I see that he's done with it.
Okay. Are you
And,
holding onto the
I'm gonna-
map,
I'm
Carrie?
gonna I'm gonna try to figure out the position myself as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna look at it and just sort of hand it back and head in the right direction.
Here's survival.
Are you
Okay.
attempting to take the map from me? Because you're handing
No,
it to me.
I looked at it and was handing it back to you.
No, I'm saying it is favor when attempting to take it away from me.
I'm trying to take it from Carrick after he finishes.
I think like as I'm
intercept
handing
it.
it to you,
Everyone's
just trying to-
taking it from each
Yeah,
other.
yeah, basically, I'm intercepting it.
Okay. She lets you. Shoot.
Yeah. So from what you can tell, you also understand that you're close. You're a bit south. You don't know the exact location, but you know that it's somewhere north of you.
Yeah, I'll just say, yeah, it checks out.
So
After that, I want to make a look around, see if I can see any signs of druidcraft or anything like that.
Okay. Make a nature check.
This is gonna go about as well as my survival check. The first one, apparently.
All right. So, as you guys start heading north, you do notice that some of the vines and flowers and underbrush, some of it seems natural, some of it seems sculpted in a way. You can definitely tell there is some sort of druidic influence the further north that you're heading.
Well, we're on the right path. Let's hurry our pace.
Okay.
I'd like to keep an eye out as we're going, because I'm assuming at this point they're probably keeping an eye out.
Okay. Make anyone who wants can make perception checks as you guys are moving further north. Okay.
That was
Roll
persuasion.
persuasion. Damn it.
Beyond the grave.
Okay, so
She's all.
Carrick and Ivan, as you are walking, you hear a sound not far in front of you. The sound of it's like splintering bark, like.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, what?
Now you're muted.
Now I'm muted. Yeah, I said as soon as I heard that I was gonna stop, and then when he said that, my response was I wouldn't have stopped if I hadn't. But continue.
Up ahead, it sounds as if there's bark breaking.
You said these were druids we were trying to find, yes?
Yes, I don't believe they would be breaking wood, but there's a chance they could be druid crafting at the moment. Let's investigate. I kind of draw my gun to not like up, but like have it in my hands.
Okay. As you guys move further, you see a large tree trunk in front of you. That seems to be kind of cracking as this bits of bark is just being pulled further and further apart.
Can we tell what's pulling it apart?
Make nature checks.
It's not.
Oof.
Okay.
This will be fun.
You rolled a natural 20 and you have a -1.
Carrick, you know this is definitely some sort of spell. Seems like it's a pretty high level druidic spell that you wouldn't normally see. Faywin, this
That bodes well.
something's coming through that tree. So, like something's about to step through, and as you realize that, finally the tree just a hole cracks open, and from inside this tree steps out a 6-foot tall Rovan man. What are you doing in my forest?
What race is he?
He's a Rovan. He's an elf.
Can I do a history check to see if I would know from my studies how I would need to interact with them?
Sure. So, being an Adohanar, that Rovan are basically your genetic descendants. And to him, like, they're children to you. So, you understand that you have to appease them, but in the back of your head, you're like, why am I bothering with this? They're kids.
Well, go ahead.
Just who we were looking for.
Why are you looking for me?
It seems that we had a bit of a problem with the gnolls recently in a local town. I'm sure you've heard of Duncaster nearby.
Yes, I know of it.
We come seeking a favor,
A favor.
if it behooves you.
Roll a persuasion check. And what kind of favor would you want from me?
Well, surely a man of your great abilities and a druid of your great craft wouldn't have a problem simply bringing someone back from the gates of death.
Well, we understand, of course, it's not very simple, but I'm sure that given the importance of this person, there could be a deal that we could make.
Do you recognize this symbol? And Ivan would kind of point to his chest.
Let's see, does he recognize the symbol? No, I'm not very familiar with that symbol. Is that a symbol of one of the gods?
In a way, yes. It is a symbol of my order. My name is Ivan. I am the High Inquisitor of a sacred order. My job is to ensure that death is treated carefully and ensure that those that are dead remain dead. Now, this soul has not quite died. I am coming to you. We all are. Asking for assistance in saving this person. Help us, and I assure you that my temple will help you.
It's an interesting favor to ask me. I bring someone back, and I get a favor from your temple.
I mean, if there's something else you want, something possibly from Duncaster. He is an important figure, and there could be negative implications from his death.
I care not for Duncaster.
Nope.
But
Just an idea.
perhaps there is something that you could possibly help me with. Come, follow me. And he turns and he starts walking back deeper into the forest, further north.
Well, shall we?
Well, after all the atoll ones.
Could I insight and then just follow? Just kind of get a general read on
Sure.
him?
What are you inciting? Just
Just you know, kind of get the feel for him. I mean, he did just pop out of a tree.
he. So, Faywin, you would recognize. But speaking of which, you would recognize that spell as transport via plants. So he wasn't in the tree. He just used the trees to get back and forth.
I didn't say he was in the tree. I just said he popped out of it.
I know. So basically, he seems very guarded. But you do notice that the idea of a favor kind of piqued his interest a bit.
All right. Well, I'll tag along.
All right. So as you guys walk, you walk for probably about another half an hour before you guys eventually reach what looks like a small camp built into a cluster of gigantic trees. And as you,
Is he the only one there?
no, there's Roven all around.
Can I map where that is on the? Can I map where the where we are at the moment is on the map based off the landmarks they have?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So looking at the map,
Mark it down.
yeah. So looking at the map, the green I gave you, his map's actually wrong. He actually has this settlement too far to the south. So you can kind of fix it and move it a little bit further up north.
I wrote down current location.
Okay. Well, I may not be the one to help you, but you can always see the Seer Helio. He will be able to help you.
Wait, what was his title?
Seer Helio.
Seer. Okay.
And as he does, he kind of motions towards the base of a giant tree, where it definitely looks like the inside of the tree has been carved out into sort of like a meeting hall. The tree itself probably has a diameter of about 20 feet. It's a pretty large trunked tree. And he kind of motions you towards it.
Follow.
Okay.
He said that he wasn't the one that
No,
you probably
he
need
did-
to talk
no.
to. Did he say his name? Did you say Seer Helio?
Yeah, so he said you need to
Okay.
go see Seer Helio. All right.
All right.
All right. So, as he motions you up to the door, you say, "Wait here," and he walks in first. Probably about a minute passes by until he reappears at the door and motions you all in.
I stride forward confidently.
Okay.
I
walk
guess
forward.
I'll be like at his shoulder, just kind of back a little bit.
Okay.
I'll definitely stay at the back.
As you enter, The first thing you see, your eyes all adjust to the dimmer light. This is, of course, the inside of a gigantic tree that is just carved out into this massive-looking chamber. The roof is probably about 20 feet high, and there do seem to be holes drilled into the trunk all the way around, as inside there is a campfire in the middle that seems to be burning, cooking small animal meats. There's herbs and incense hanging from different areas. There's actually small log stools arranged in a semicircle, and in front of you against a wall is a very ornate wooden throne where an old man sits with kind of a very long, straggly gray beard. His eyes have kind of all but glossed over completely white, and he holds with him a large quarterstaff. How can I help you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Is it morning already? I can't really quite tell.
It
It
is
is
just
just-
begin to rise.
Ah, I see. Please, have a seat.
She looks
Are
at the
there
chairs.
seats or
Are
is it
any of the
just on the-
chairs gnome height?
They're all logs. So the logs are probably about like a foot tall.
I would easily
She
sit down.
she
on one
looks
of
to
those
sit
logs.
down and then like goes to sit down, but realizes her feet are not touching the ground, so she stands again.
Well, my scouts tell me you come to my land looking for a favor. Is this true?
It is?
Yes.
And what kind of favor is this?
We there was an attack on Duncaster in the night, and there was a important dwarf that was killed.
I mean, there's some other people as well, but I guess he's the most important.
An attack? Of what kind?
Knowles.
Make perception checks.
Oh, perception.
Yes.
I didn't click persuasion this time.
I ain't seen shit. I didn't even realize we're in a tree.
Uh,
Holy shit, is this a tree?
Faywin and Katrina, you notice his eyes immediately dart to the guy who brought you in. And then, almost imperceptible, but at the mention of Knowles, his eyes kind of dart to him, but then back to you again.
I want to insight check that.
Okay.
And you see during this attack, this dwarf was valiantly fighting to protect Doncaster, and well, he fell, and we have taken it upon ourselves to try and get him aid in his last moments.
I see.
The rest of the people too, but I mean, I guess he's the most important.
So with that insight check, Katrina, it's weird. Like, you kind of wonder what that means, but you kind of just shrug it off. Like, maybe he's just making sure he's paying attention.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that is quite interesting. But yes, I do believe we could come to an arrangement.
Did the Knolls make their way back into the forest?
Yes, they did.
They headed north.
So I can draw this for you guys. So you guys were here in Duncaster. I need to pick a better fucking color than green. Everything's fucking green on the map. All right, so you guys were. That's still green. You dumbass.
You have to change it at the top.
I know. There, you're there. So
Wow, we're a big area.
you shut the fuck up. Oh my god. You know, fuck all you guys. All right, there. So you're here. Bam. Okay, assholes.
So I'm
so
guessing they
You
headed
guys
this way
went this
from
way.
now.
The Knolls went this way.
Okay. I want to see a Helio. I have a question for you.
Yes.
The Knolls are living in your. Do you take dominion over the area of the forest?
Well, they are a bit of a new addition as of late, a bit of an in-house problem, which I do believe maybe we can discuss possibly a solution.
Isn't
they-
it normally the druid responsibility for maintaining the forest?
It is. We seem to have a bit of a problem that seems to go beyond our reach. I'm hoping you could possibly help us with a bit of discretion.
Well, how about this? Can we make our way back to Duncaster and help out the folks who are there? And then we'll make our way with the help of maybe the dwarf. We'll make our way with him and deal with your gnoll problem. I'm sure he would be dying to get on his hands on the gnome that killed him.
Dying.
So you're saying if we restore your friend, then he will help us
He's
with
not
our
my friend.
If friend's a bit of a strong word.
My apologies. I did not know your relation. But you're saying if we bring back your acquaintance, your dwarf. If we bring back your dwarf, he and you will help us with our problem.
Well, I can't speak for you, but we'll help you at least. It also saved, the land from war. He is relatively important, and if people heard of his death, it might cause issues.
I see. Well, I suppose this could be an arrangement we could come to.
And
I tell you what.
what is it that
I'll give you.
besides?
I can give you a special gift as well, as a sign of good faith.
And what is that gift?
I hand him my music box.
He kind of looks at it in his hands. Thank you. What were you saying, Carrick?
I don't remember.
Okay.
It wasn't that important.
Very well.
Okay. I don't really know what this is for, but...
I open it up and it starts playing music.
What was the exact favor that they were wanting from us in retaliation?
Well, I do believe, it's a bit of a personal matter, but let's just say we need someone taken care of.
They need us to kill the gnolls.
Not sure. Sure, let's go with that.
The gnoll leader, I'm guessing, specifically.
Insight.
Alright, go ahead, insight. He is fucking hiding something. Something big.
I feel like you're leaving certain details out.
As you mentioned that, the Rovan who led you in steps forward. Father, please tell them. We need their help. You... silence. Let's just say we have a problem we need to help deal with.
Well, I know
Explain.
that what we ask is quite taxing. So we will help how we can, but it helps to know every detail beforehand.
Make a persuasion check.
I gotta quit talking. I have 0 modifier. Yeah.
Okay. So he kind of...
Give me all the things that kill people. Don't let me talk.
So as you keep talking to him, you can see he clearly looks just fucking defeated, and eventually he kind of just puts his hands in his head in his hands and just kind of waves over to who you can now assume is his son, who steps forward. We have a bit of a situation with our family that the other druids don't really know about, and we're hoping to keep this as quiet as possible. I'm assuming by now
So
you
want a confidentiality agreement?
more or less, yes. I know this is
Okay.
highly irregular, but yes.
She pulls out a contract from her
Well,
backpack.
Not often
sign
you
this.
have people coming and asking you to bring people back from the dead, so the whole situation's not exactly normal.
What is this paper, little one?
Oh, it's just an agreement that I won't share your information if you don't share mine.
Is it a legit document, or is she fucking with them?
It's a legit document.
Okay,
It's
make
part
a persuasion check.
Alright.
Oh god.
Why did it roll twice?
Okay, so
I definitely only clicked it once, so I don't know why it rolled twice.
okay, so as it grabs, as
Throws it in the fire.
as he reaches down and grabs the paper, I don't really know what this means, but you can keep that. Basically, we have a bit of a problem with our family. As you notice, in this room, it's just myself and my father, the seer. But there is one more to my family. I'm assuming by now you've realized that these gnolls don't organize themselves by themselves, basically.
They definitely seem to have a bit of organization.
Yes, which is not really common. Most gnolls just attack each other or prey off of small wildlife. But we believe that my sister is to blame for this.
I see.
Yes.
You want to kill your sister?
As a last resort, yes, but I'd rather you bring her home to us. We have enemies to our west that are a higher priority as of right now. We don't need to be divided amongst two fronts.
So you're telling me that your sister has had a temper tantrum and is now responsible for the very death that we are here to have reversed?
Yes,
And
she's...
you still find it fitting to ask us to apprehend her?
Yeah, she is quite a bitch, but we need to keep this as quiet as possible. This could also attempt to overthrow my father's rule.
Oh, this is the seer's daughter. So This is the
Yes.
son that's okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes, so the guy talking to you is the seer's son, and then his sister is the seer's daughter.
Well, how about we start with resurrecting the dwarf, and then all of us can discuss whether or not your sister is our problem. Because
Okay.
it seems
No,
that
no.
your problem has led to this death.
He looks to his...
We can deal with the favor contract. He
He
brings
looks-
them back to life. We deal with the sister.
Yeah, he kind of looks over to his father and kind of gives him a glance, and his father just still keeps his head down, just motions him to just keep going. I think I speak for my father when I say that deal sounds agreeable. After all, if this truly is because of our doing it, it's truly up to us to set this right.
I do have one other proposition for the deal.
And what is that, little one?
Also deal with the lives that the other lives in town.
You want
I
us to...
agree, that is more than fitting.
You want us to bring all of them back?
I don't think it's fair. It was your problem. They all died because of it. We're going to deal with the problem, but you should still make repercussions for their actions.
I understand that, but what you ask, one life is manageable. More than that is beyond our means. We can obviously do what we can to help the city, but that might be too much.
Looks like you have 100 years to figure it out.
Life is
I guess the one
not
life
so
will do for
fickle
now. I
to be
don't.
able
I
to
mean, to be
turn.
honest, I don't really care about the city. It was just a proposition.
I see. Well, fine. Go. Bring your friend. We will discuss this later.
Oh, we
Bring
gotta
him.
carry his heavy ass out here. All right. All right.
Why would we bring him here?
I'm assuming you want him brought back to life, yes?
Yes, we do, but surely you would rather wish that his body stayed in Duncaster as opposed to bringing a dead corpse into this area. A dead corpse that would maybe raise questions from the rest of the druids?
Very hard to hide a body.
There are places outside of our settlement we could go to. Fuck you, Thorin. These woods are where we draw our power. He'd have to be resurrected somewhere in the woods. There are places we could go to keep it hidden.
Can you show me? I have a map.
As with nature, magic, it tends to help to be in. Not necessary, but help.
As you lay the map down, Katrina, he points to where you are now. He says, "Well, this is our settlement here, and there is
There's
a
an X there. It already says druids are here.
Yes, you are very bright, little one. There is a grove not far here to the east," and he points. So you guys on this map are about here, and the grove itself is actually back towards Duncaster a little bit.
Oh.
On the map.
So you could say they're meeting us halfway.
In a way.
Connected with that. Do you have everything ready? What do you say? Can you meet us then roughly? How far is it back to Duncaster?
From here, about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Not very far.
You can be ready in about 3 hours.
Of course. I'll bring the matriarchs with us, and they'll have everything ready.
It's almost up time for a long.
Well, let's make our way back to Duncaster then. Get this taken care of. Ugh.
Very well.
Okay.
Well, we'll see you there. And she starts to walk out.
Okay. So.
And of course, I give him at least a bat, like a head nod as I head out.
The seer nods to you, as does his son, as you leave, and you head back out into the forest. So it's going to take you about a couple hours to get back to town, but eventually, about an hour and a half passes. You arrive back in town, and that actually is where we're going to cut session tonight, and we'll pick this up next week as we try to bring back Thorin, because shit happens, and yeah.
Chilii done goofed.
Wait. Chilii, because why?
Chilii done goofed.
Because D&D's awesome! Woo! That's why. Yeah! Alright, so thank you guys for coming to the first session of my new campaign. A little bit of kinks to work out, naturally. Working on it. Gonna get to it.
Only go up from here.
It can only go up. I killed someone session 1. It can only go up. Okay. So, any last minute announcements, guys?
Join us next
See
week.
these guys next week.
Shut up, Metal.
Thursday back on Metal's channel for S1.
Did we level up for killing Thorin?
How much experience for the dwarf?
I'm gonna be doing milestone stuff, so don't worry. You guys will you'll probably hit level 2 at the end of next session. At least.
I mean, we killed Thorin in like 4 levels.
Shut up! So, yeah. Thursday night, Eswar with Will DMing on Metal's channel. Friday is Sothieth with Caboose DMing on Metal's channel. And Saturday is Yalen with Metal DMing on Metal's channel. I'm the outlier because I'm a jackass, that's why.
Hey, he said it.
Isn't this fun?
If
All right,
I DM
guys.
something,
Well,
it'll be on Metal's turn.
Until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Same bad time, same bad channel with bad Chilii. See what I did there?
Killing Thorin.
See what I did there?
Again.
How many times will Thorin die?
Once
All
it's
right,
at level
guys.
1, never again.
Until next week, I will see you guys later. Brr. Brr. Already muted you bitches so I can see it last. Brr.